What's up, Aries? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting June 16th, 2025. Aries, I hope all is well. Welcome to my channel. Welcome any new subscribers too, by any chance. I appreciate you. The deck I am using will be listed in the description box. Just going to cleanse and shuffle the energies here from doing Pisces fantastic reading. And we shall start with your reading. All right, so what is the energy here that Aries has the potential to look forward to? What is the energy surrounding Aries this week? Did I mention I wasn't reading reversals? Probably did. Anyway, energies for my Rams. There's double energies here in this particular deck. So far, I've come across two of Wands and two of Cups. And I know there's more. I just haven't turned them over. All right, so energies for my Rams. What's coming up here for Aries? All right, Aries, let's cut this deck and begin your messages for the week. So we're going to start off here with the Queen of Swords. So you know the Queen of Swords here is typically a couple things here where you have to be mindful, Aries, not to engage in any types of gossiping. She's capable of that, okay? Don't get yourself caught up in gossiping about or anything, being a receptor of gossip or being a gossiper. But however, she is still in control of her own energies in terms of an action or decision. So this is usually major. So there's something that you may be about to do that requires an, not only quick thinking, but could be swift action, but also to a decision. All right, that would be the Queen of Swords. Up next, now we have the what do we have here? We have the Two of Swords. Okay, I had to look at the peace sign, but it's the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is the card that I read. Definitely would be same-sex relationships. Always get that from the Two of Swords, but feeling like you're at a crossroad here with something, Aries, trying to make a choice or a decision about something. You have to narrow that energy down to one. Okay, for some of you, it's just minor. Like I said, it's minor anxiety. Because there may be some sort of presentation where you have to pick and choose and narrow that choice down to one. Some of you may be just out and about traveling, and that may involve any types of being rerouted because of construction. Okay, so that's the Two of Swords. Up next, now we have the King of Wands. King of Wands here, that would be you focused on something or someone, now going after whatever it is that you're focused on. Very, very intense, very passionate. Of course, the king, with all of his fiery energy, could send in a burst of energy to any ram out there who is creative, artistic, or it could be anything involving, throwing, relationships. Very intense and powerful when it comes to heating things up, intensifying things. He is a court card, so he can express himself in a sexual manner. Following the Two of Swords, it may be for some ram that I'm reading for, having to deal with two people or dating with two people or interested in two people. Okay, then you have the Queen here going back to the Queen, making the choice about the two people. Okay, when it comes to some sort of could be romantic energies, but that's just something I'm coming up with. But anyway, that's the King of Wands. Following the King of Wands, now we have the Ace of Cups. Yes, a relationship. Ace of Cups, Aries trying to go after someone. There's two people here involved, though. Ace of Cups simply mean there's could be pregnancy news around you this week. Someone giving birth to a child. Also, someone could be offered a job, a new job. And then the Ace of Cups showing up in your spread could be just, energy that Aries is already receiving in terms of love and dedication, devotion from those people that are closest to you, family members, friends, romantic partners, could be co-workers. The Ace of Cups also too has the unique ability to bring together and form platonic friendships as well as romantic partnerships. Up next, now we have the Queen of Cups, the mother of all love, of course, nurturing, caring, supporting, very loving, very intuitive. Pay attention to your intuition this week. Notice how all the people mirror each other. So you have the Queen of Cups that mirrors the King of Wands. King of Wands mirrors the Queen of Swords. So you have three people. In the middle of these two is a decision, a choice to be made. Here we have the Ace of Cups that follows that. Queen of Cups is all about nurturing, caring for others. You may be the Aries that I'm reading for that works in the capacity field of helping others, not limited to nursing. It could be any types of jobs that promotes an uplifting type of energy to other people. This is female energy, so of course it represents those Aries that are female, your mother, your grandmother, your sister, your bestie, your auntie. For men, is your wife, your sister, your mother, your grandmother, and so forth. Okay, the queen, because she's in your spread, and in a group of cards that I always say that if it's, those cards show up in your spread, you may be already receiving that love and devoted type of energy from your family members, Aries, friends, romantic partners, hell, even co-workers. Making sure, however, that you are paying attention to your intuition, because the Queen of Cups is here to assist you when it comes to having any types of decisions or choices to make. Hence, you do have the Two of Swords here. So you have to trust the process. Those gut instincts that you get initially are the correct answer, and the voices along the way. You have to pay attention to them. Following the Queen of Cups here, now we have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles could be for any ram that I'm reading for. Could be a pay raise. It's a card that represents gifts and charity, right? But you still could be getting a pay raise, even number of pentacles. He holds scale, so that's balanced energy. But an apology may be forthcoming to you, Aries. Okay, from someone who may have handed you a slight in the recent past. Following the Six of Pentacles, now we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is mostly, not mostly, but it could be dealing with some sort of internal stuff. Um, because I throw these cards down here doesn't mean that, the energy for you is going to open up sequentially like that. No. The cards that are laid down here can express themselves any way that they want. So, take for instance, say if because the Five of Swords is here, and I always talk about you could be struggling, trying to make a choice or a decision, but then you have the Two of Swords here. So you may be struggling, but you still are working out those energies, and maybe the struggle leads to you having to narrow that choice down to two, but you eventually have to narrow the energy down to one. Conflicting energies externally, with other people. This is why I always read with the Five of Swords. Don't allow people to entertain your headspace, play mind games with you. And then also, too, Aries, you may hold or possess something that someone else is envious of. Up next, now we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is here. And like the Ace of Cups, the aces and the pages always start things off. Again, pregnancy news around you. He holds a chalice. That could be a job offer. It could also be a birth of a child. Could also indicate a ram that I'm reading for that may have entered into a new relationship and is less than 30 days old. It's still new. It's still fresh. The Page of Cups, like the Ace of Cups, can form and bring together romantic partners as well as platonic friendships. Then we have the Two of Cups. There's Two of Cups in this deck. You got one of them. It says make love, not war. So for the Rams that are in committed partnerships, you're getting out of that relationship and that which you were putting in. Underneath the Ace of Cups, even more significance, because it could still mean that there is a strong formulating type of energy about to occur for those Rams that are single specifically. It may occur this week. Look at all this energy here. Page of Cups. You got the King of Wands. You got the Queen of Cups. You got Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. Somebody is about to enter into a new relationship, or they're, experiencing some sort of love and joy from an existing relationship. So you're seeing eye to eye with one another. You're on the same page with one another. Again, the ability of the Two of Cups is no different than the ability of the Page of Cups or the Ace of Cups, as well as the Queen of Cups in your spread, and bringing together, although the Two of Cups specifically will bring together romantic partnerships. Up next here for you, Aries, we're going to finish off with, look at that, the Seven of Cups, okay? Wow. Seven of Cups is here, so again, definitely pay attention to your intuition. There may be choices for you to that may be presenting themselves to you. Of course, we got the Two of Swords again, having to make a choice. The Seven of Cups is like the Ace of Cups, the dedication, the devotion that you may already be receiving from those people that are closest to you, whoever they are, family members, friends, romantic partners. However, trust your intuition enough to know that if there is more than one thing that is presented to you, that you're going to pick and choose is what's going to be best for you in the long term. All right? All right, so that's the Seven of Cups. So I pulled out another deck, and I apologize in advance. Aries, this is my 20 card Lenomo deck. Just want to throw some additional messages here. And what I've been doing was you can read these cards single or in pairs or, in groups, and then create some sort of story, put a concept together. Okay, just harmless. I just want to see what additional messages want to show up here for you. And because you may not be able to see them too good, I will call the cards out that are turned over for you. So we're going to start with the first card. And you may not be able to see that. This is number 17 in the 20 card deck. It's the Fox. So the Fox is always representative of someone who could be around you that is sneaky, sly, cunning, not trustworthy. Okay? But it also could mean on the opposite end that there is a job. The Fox represents jobs that may be coming, or someone getting a job. But someone could be around you, Aries, that is very sneaky. That could be a family member, a friend. It could be a romantic partner. They're cunning. Okay, that's what the Fox represents. Up next here, now we have, look, the Clover, 3. Clover represents luck. It represents luck. 3 lucky things. It could be 3 interest in 3 people, sexual partners. It also represents bisexuality for me in terms of my own readings. Okay, so there you go with the Clover, the number 3. All right, following that here we have the Stork. Stork, number 16, represents movement. It also represents pregnancy. Well, actually, childbirth. It could be pregnancy, but childbirth as well. For some rams who may be traveling, this also represents traveling. It's always traveling too, but you always return to your destination. Okay. It also could be children that are away, that live away from you. Now, we're talking about adult children, and you may be traveling to see an adult child or children, or they may be traveling to come see you. That would be the Stork. Next one up here, and the last one is the 19. This is the other man. The other man could be representative of the other man in a relationship, or it could represent a new man coming together. But this 19 here with the lion represents the career. Usually your career. So it could be that Aries is, some Aries that I'm reading for is in managerial or supervisory positions, or there is some sort of managerial supervisory position being offered to you. Someone's in charge. This is usually someone is in charge or has the respect of being in charge. Also, it could be any Aries that I'm reading for, male or female, in terms of a career. change. Okay. All right, so this is what I have for you this week, Aries. Just keep in mind it's me interpreting these messages here. Just take what's going to work for you, leave the rest alone. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back to get more of these messages from me, Aries, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.